Alrighty, hello, hello, hello. Why can oh wait, no, it's the Danganronpa that I'm hearing, not my intro. I'm silly. Anyways. Hey Coco, how are we doing? Oh, I've already taken my meds today. Thank you, Hiragi. Alright. Oh, thank you for the hydration check though, Mel. Alrighty, so I've been studying all day, so my brain cells are not the highest, so it's gonna be a bit of a bear with me as I'm doing this. And you know, I will save just for the sake of it. Actually, no, I've just saved. I'm just opening it now. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? Yeah, I appreciate it.
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What? Wait, what?! Okay, sure.
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Where the fuck did this come from? Was there foreshadowing that I just missed? Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains... well, when also Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't quite come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Yeah, I remembered he was the fucking, like, executed dude. It was just the connection between, like, him and Kyoko was kind of out of left field. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. No, the fuck it doesn't. Oh, and my game's deciding to do that again. Nice. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Alrighty, catch you later, Hiragi. Thanks for stopping by. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... Game, please load. The moment I saw it, I realized... Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Is it just gonna be like a bunch of dead bodies or something? It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. So... We just talked to Kyoko though, sure.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means... Everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway...
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into a room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro was also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? Dude, I've never related to Makoto so hard, bro. There's but she was the ultimate soldier. What do you mean? There's no doubt that Mikuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem.
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. What? Right, okay, you know what? Sure, why not? Right. Guess I would love to fucking save, thank you. What? The ultimate despair. Hey Zyke. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy is... It's not been... Okay, sure. Our enemy has finally been revealed. I have no idea what you're talking about. But right now...
Anyway.
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Do I have to talk to Kyoko again? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it in the keyhole. And then... Yes! It opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. What the fuck is our plan though? Because we're gonna get caught on the fucking monitors. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Right. Lovely. That's not ominous at all. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Was that really necessary? No. The ladder was impossibly long, I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous? Didn't, but the okay, you know what, I'm not gonna question.
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about this girl online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something that a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd But you'd be reuniting after all these years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And, young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I had gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. Yeah, it is pretty much Cope, eh? I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. This fucking leap in... I'm so confused. Okay, sure. But your family, to just cut him out like that... I hate that line of reasoning so much. Like, I don't care, like, if the people are blood related to me, I will fucking cut them off if they're toxic. Like, I refuse.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Yeah, it's called like the blood of the wait. Fuck. I forgot the saying, like blood of the womb isn't like oh wait, blood is stronger than water because it's like blood of the covenant is stronger than the water of the womb or some shit. I can't remember it. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Yeah, that's the bitch. Yeah. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. So how the fuck are they planning on opening that? Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Speaker's waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say that we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope Speak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So what do we do now? So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. And I mean, there's technically no rules against escaping executions. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Makoto is the biggest fucking mood right now, on God. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Sure, I guess. Why the fuck not at this rate? I forgot where the gym was, hang on. There we go. So it's just by air. I do that every time. I always forget real. Hey peeps, how we going? Hey, 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 hey! Kyoko I don't mind as much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. It is Wednesday, my dude, it's real. Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to look over my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk some like... And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say that we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you killed Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you followed the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting! Very interesting indeed! Very.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes! Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
you guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you all unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself.
Let's have one final grisly showdown! Oh god, trying to not laugh while saying those puns, Jesus. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the kill is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All of the mysteries? That's right! Every last mystery that's pouring around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify you as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the top of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? Are as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out. Same, dude, same.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm. That is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Right. Me and my two brain cells are struggling real hard, ain't gonna lie. Monokuma's unstable laughter seems to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. What the fuck? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I'm not reading that. Like, Monk Nakuma's voice already hurts me as it is. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? Excellent question, Makoto. Do we get an answer?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outsider world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet... Hang on, I need to switch Kurigi's first. Voice, this is hurting. That same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't land a finger on me. Was Mukuro's body Junko's body?
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, The mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I hadn't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Oh yeah, like, how has that been going so well for you, Makoto? Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Sure. Oh fuck, that's not where I meant to be. Directions hard, there we go. The just level of confusion on my face. I should have had my model just so you guys could see it, because some of the expressions I've been pulling are definitely, interesting. Okay, so... Jesus. I guess we see if Byakuya's here? This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Don't know why I switched back. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Junko, Toko, there we go. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. I guess Hina?
hey,
Where the fuck are they?
hey,
Okay, so they're not in the dorms? But, okay. Because those are all the people that are alive, right? I mean, I guess we can check in Kyoko's room in case they went in there. Well, actually, let's check in our room. Oh, no, okay.
just a second.
Is there some reason you would need to search my room? Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, let's go process of elimination, I guess. I mean, it's nighttime, so they're probably not in here. And suddenly we were greeted with... You again. What? Is he broken?
Phew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
you guys!
Everyone's expressions.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
You know you love us.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in a extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
Hmm.
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. Hey, Mappa.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are! I'm fine living here forever with Master! I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty friggin' tall order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll find all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with What? With everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint. "16 participants, yeah. 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
If the
words,
mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. But he went suspiciously quiet when Kyoko asked him if he was telling the truth.
Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? I don't think that's the case.
No way.
You can't be serious. Oh, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high score. You can't say it's not possible.
But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well, maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. But I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out
Oh,
by
this
now,
isn't a
but
recording.
at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Huh.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Huh.
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Chigami blood flowing through my veins. Yap, yap. Nepotism, yap, yap. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well done. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey,
Do you blame him?
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off
However,
on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we just can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Okay. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Okay, cool. Are we not allowed to have a fucking bath beforehand? Whatever. Alright, second floor was where I needed to be, right? Because what would the... I can't close this. Because weren't there like dormitories? Or am I stupid? Yeah. Let's go to the data center first because I at least know where that is. somewhat. Data lab, here we go.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that'd totally suck. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Sure. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Ah, wait! Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead! Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I throw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. What the fuck? There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa! This place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
okay.
Alright, let's stop poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says data center. Data center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a button of I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I think it's just Monokuma spawning, right? Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? The fuck? Hey. Okay. What? Give me all your donuts? Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted! How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. That controls Monokuma. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? Yup. It looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, the 16 student shit, then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they've set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. I'm not leaving until I investigate that. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. The fuck? Why is it... Okay, it's all but confirmed the mastermind's in that trapdoor, right? And that's why it's not letting me go in. That's so fucked! As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah! The door! It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted! Monokuma? Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit! Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving. Then that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room? Correcto, Mundo! But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. It's the trap door you wouldn't let me investigate! Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as though you could have been? Yeah, I know! Like, the game, like, forced me away from it. I'm so mad. I wanted to check! Did he happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. What do you mean no way? I was looking at it! The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. The temptation to just alt F4 right now? Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. It kind of fucking is. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. You got it. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. That is the most annoying fucking thing I've ever experienced in this goddamn game, and okay. Wait, we should probably go to the bio center because it's like on the floor. Wait, yeah, down there. Oh wait, headmaster's office? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm stupid. Like, that is so fucking frustrating. Okay. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Are we not gonna fucking read any of them? Sure, why not? There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Even in the headmaster's room there's a monitor.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Oh, for fuck's sake, you needy bitch, what? Jesus Christ. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Sure, show me, Byakuya. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 Student Registry? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. That must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she enters Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean that Mukuro and the Mastermind are allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill it like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 32. You are a pervert! Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is that maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Oh, to match up with the corpse. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that business information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for me to use, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith may be more than you can afford. What are you even saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be when the fuck have they ever been proven right? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Apparently that's us. Has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikasawa, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? And they were roommates. Even in the headmaster's room there's a surveillance camera. The bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and thick books. Interesting. Is that it? Really? Huh. I can't even, like, begin to theorize. I'm fucking confused, ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping that the biolab has a bit more of an explanation. I'm still tilted about the fucking thingy, though. Like, why would they do that to me? Like, at least fucking let me check that it couldn't be opened. Rawr, X-ray pounces on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Well, this is filthy. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. Oh. Cold makes me think of, like, freezing dead bodies. It's, like, abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14, right? Let's have a look-see. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Wait. Kyoko, Makoto, Toko, Byakuya, Hiro... peanut, but that doesn't make sense that there'd be... And there's a missing corpse. Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Those are 4 corpses. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead... I stand by what I said! It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have been active. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. Hang on. So, Junko's body was used for the explosion, right? Like, this is doubling down my theory, because that would explain all the, like, numerous scars that were multiple days old. But how does Mukuro fit into this? In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and a sound will, I hit double tap. The red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Let me take a closer look. The right-hand lights are off. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Can I open it though? No. Oh, hang on. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Okay. I guess we'll check out the garden and the dojo while we're up here. Oh, Toko's here. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight?
No, that's not it all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue.
Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time!
Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Master will.
I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me?
Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. My brain cells are struggling. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Oh, I wonder where the body could be, Makoto. Jesus Christ. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here, it must be in the biolab! Thank you, Makoto. Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's another thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. I didn't mean to click... I clicked the tarp. What the fuck ever. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab? That's all I really needed to check here. Alright, I guess we go back to the fucking biolab. I really should just go into the garden and dojo first, honestly. What the fuck is wrong with me? Should have just expected this game to fuck with me. Alrighty, can we look at the corpses now? Because I want to check something. I'm not sure if Kyoko had access to the biolab. I think she did. But yeah, you're right. Alright, can I check the fucking corpses now? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Oh my god, stop yapping. Let me check. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because it says... Nandayo. Okay. You know what, I'm just gonna check all the things. Maybe it wants me to go all the places, because why the fuck not? Okay, I've been to the data center. I've been to the headmaster's room. Been to the garden. Been to the biolab. Been to the dojo. I don't know why it's wanting me there. What the fuck does it want from me? Two F dorms. What the fuck is the 2F dorms? Where the fuck are the 2F dorms? so confused on so many levels. Hang on. Wasn't there something weird? Yeah, there was something weird. Maybe it's in here. Okay, so the secret rooms are relevant. What the fuck? Okay. Wait, that's not what I want. Places to check. I've checked the headmaster's room. I've checked the data center. I've checked the biolab. Where the fuck are the 2F dorms? Because, like, that means, like, second floor dorms, right? Where the fuck are they? Am I stupid? Oh, thank you for the hydration check, Helios. There's bathroom. It would be on the second floor, right? Hi, how we doing? Please try and take care of yourself though, alright? I'm so confused. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go to the map and I'm going to individually check every goddamn room. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh, I feel that. What's everyone's I'm so confused. Currently immensely confused because I used up all my brain cells doing my uni study and now I can't figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to be. Like, I know where I'm supposed to be going, I just can't find it. Wait. Did I just... Okay, that's the 1F dorm, so I'm not being stupid. Okay. Yeah, it has been. Okay, hang on. I am just going to Google because I cannot figure out where the fuck this goddamn thing is. I am only Googling where the fucking 2F dorms are because it is going to take me hours if I do not. Stairs next to, I would never have fucking found that. Stairs next to the warehouse. warehouse. I would never have found that. Alrighty, now to figure out where the fuck the warehouse is. Pretty sure it's on the first floor, isn't it? Yep. I am immensely annoyed. Okay, so next to the warehouse, I'm assuming are these stairs that I have to go. That is, the gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. That, yeah, nah. This is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Oh no. It's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Jesus Christ, I guess we go around systematically. Cool. It's a lot cleaner in here. Interesting. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Is that a giraffe coming out of a locker? It's honestly a good drawing. Jesus! This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before us must have used those lockers. Okay, I'm gonna have to individually check everyone. Okay. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay, so the munted ones I can't open. Understood. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers from the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then? No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay. I'm assuming it's just gonna be a lot of the same shit. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. Oh my god, okay, yeah. No luck. I'm assuming it'll be all the same shit. I just want the Monokuma coins. Wish I could fast forward. I'm assuming the same shit'll happen. Hey, Misa! Fuck's sake. This is not worth the hassle. Okay, so the... How you doing? Yep. This is just a waste of time, isn't it? Fuck. And I'm assuming this is just gonna grumble broken. Heck. You know what, I got coins, I will happily take that. I guess it's just the lockers? Oh, blood's always a fun sign, isn't it? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko,
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Yeah, Twitch Mobile does suck. Alrighty, thank you for the lurk, appreciate you. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Guess we'll ask her what the regret was. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last, it looked like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. A leather chair. Can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Hang on. Can we type something? The desk is home to a computer. Must have belonged to the headmaster. Right. Cool. King of stating the goddamn fucking obvious. Cool, okay, well, there's nothing to interact with, so I guess we've... Oh, what? Oh! I did not see that. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue on what that password might be. All we know that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. And maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think about what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Could be her birthday as well. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I'm just gonna quickly munch on some chocolate, one sec. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... What? What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in this room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Yeah, was that? Ugh. I love being pigeonholed into doing things. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. I mean, you can. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh! What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him? Oh, you dense motherfucker!
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on! How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Huh? This picture? Aw. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko?
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Yep, there has been.
Kyoko. This filing cabinet seems like the place that... a kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want.
Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate.
The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue. You already asked for permission.
because
Starting from the top, yeah. Unrelated documents, but in the last drawer. Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko. I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Oh, maybe we'll be able to open the lockers now. Is it really okay?
Hey,
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood and not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Right. Is she really okay? No, she's not. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... one of the 16th students. Welcome back. Hope you enjoy your sandwich. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Did they really have to do that to me? Even Mukuro. Even she is undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me. Byakuya. I really don't like these white flashes. Hiro. Toka. Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. What do you mean? Like, yes, there's another way. Like, we know that none of us killed fucking Mukuro. So the mastermind had to have done it. Therefore, none of us could be it. And therefore, it is someone else. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see if I can open any of the lockers. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... I've very much been enjoying my playthrough of it. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. Fat load of nothing, I know. Wait. This looks like it could be Hiro's locker. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is giving hero. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. They look awfully small for tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. What the fuck? So what is this notebook? Okay. That's strange. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Oh. I took the emergency handbook. Looks like the locker opened. Huh? This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name. That's giving Byakuya, right? A name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside, it could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. Oh, Toko? And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Oh, it could be a Kyoko or Toko. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk up to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not even an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't have been anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts with what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. What the fuck? What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay. I am going to be right back real quick. apologies for that. Just wanted to get some snacks. Alrighty. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. Yeah. And I have to believe in everyone. Looks like the locker opened. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. Guess we're just taking Marketo's word for it. Yeah, same thing. No clues. And I don't think I could open any more. Right. Shit.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Sure, I guess. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Hey, Hiro? Oh, hey, Hiro. Oh, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Is Monokuma just shit-talking us?
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome. Are you ready for your final hint? What?
Fuck.
Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? Sorry. This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. What the fuck? It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but... there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... What the fuck? What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. It's interesting that Junko's face is the only one that covers. Why would they want to hide Junko's face? And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You're kinda getting in the way of standing there, you know. So I mean, get out!
But
I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. What the fuck? Okay. So, two really odd things. Like, Leon's arm around Sayaka. Junko's face being covered. Makoto's not in the photo. I'm getting the puzzle pieces, but they're not connecting. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. What the fuck? How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real. How full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. What the sure. Well, Hiro ran off somewhere. I guess we take a bet. Okay, Byakuya's in the archive, thank fuck. I'm getting more and more confused the more I play this game, honestly. Mr. Pissy is gonna get mad at me if I don't talk to him directly. Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What the fuck? Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the fuck? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. So that's two people trying to avoid us now. It's weird that Byakuya's acting like that. Hmm. I mean, Hero's usually chilling in the garden. Hero, what the fuck? Explain to me what the fuck's going on, dude. Hey, Hero. Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, sorry, but I'm a bit in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Fuck's sake. Okay, is Toko still in here? Probably should check the map, honestly, but... Yep, I should check the map. For fuck's sake. Wait. Biolab, that's where I need to be. Doesn't help that, like, it's getting late for me as well, so the brain cells are absolutely dying. I don't know how much longer I'll stream, we'll see. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? It's open, but oh, but Toko. Hey, Toko. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Ugh.
It's cold! It's super cold! It's so cold I think I might catch cold!
If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
What? I was asleep? Ah! I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you?
Fuck. No, I wasn't.
Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny?
Okay, so why did you pass out?
I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Maurice?
Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time we switch.
Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separated. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Wait.
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat.
I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
By himself?
I assume so.
I knew it! I totally knew it! I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master! Anyway, I gotta hurry! I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now!
Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. I might throw my controller at Makoto, on God. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's got to be some reason for it. Oh, I don't know. Why would Toko faint? The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it?
Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room.
Oh yeah, or it's...
It would seem
It's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it.
You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me.
I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
We should close it back up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. I want to see it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Really?
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. But the notebook! Okay. The notebook!
because...
Fine. Where? 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Like, I don't know what she wants me to do. Can I leave? I'll just fuck around looking at everything else? Yeah. I've already looked at it through this instruction manual, more importantly. On the left side of the refrigerator, yeah, well this is the same.
It would seem...
The blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? Wait. Hang on a second. Nine. Okay, so who's died? So Junko, Celeste, Sayaka, Leon, Mukuro, Mondo, Sakura. Fucking... Let's go through those. Hifumi. Fucking... Oh, what's his name? Taka or something? So... 1, 2, 3... Okay. Hang on. Okay, so Leon killed Sayaka and then died, then... Oh, hang on. Chihiro. Wait. Mondo... Wait, because Sayaka, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo... Leon, Junko, Mukuro... Wait, hang on. Why are there only 9? Mondo, Sakura, Hifumi, Taka, Chihiro. There should be 10. Why are there only 9? Yeah, like... Sorry, I'm just typing that out just so my brain works.
It would seem
Okay. I think I've seen a top like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same as the one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember, that top, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the top that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Right. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I will make my report brief. So, did he find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Wait, so I was right with Junko's body? Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those was the fatal injury, right? Wait. Was Mukuro dressed in Junko's clothes for some reason? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they were old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference. So, her body was left... So Mukuro's body was left in the fridge. Or whoever's body that, we found was left in the fridge. That was Junko's outfit, though. And her hair. That was giving Junko. So, was Junko's body taken out of the... I'm sorry, whatever.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got that Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision those possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean that you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. What? Okay.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 inches, 5 feet 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case, without a doubt, is Mukuro Ikusawa.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then.
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then.
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... You could have just continued. You're not giving me a choice. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So.
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belonged to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because.
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
If that's true.
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So.
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says Class 78, Urgent Interview.
So.
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway.
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words.
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even in my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However.
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Oh. Hina's in the dining hall, so we might check on her later. I'm hoping Hina's not scared of us as well. AV room is around here. Alright, let's have a look-see. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned at one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. What the fuck? Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation. Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I, as in the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
What? This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, you don't have much of a choice, do you?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy,
I'm so confused.
that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She had sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his questions, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie, looked like it broke. Out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Now then, when it doesn't matter, failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd be just more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
A convenient outcome. Something that seems to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or...
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
What is he yapping about?
As I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does this mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived, one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared. I'm late! Strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my lights are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my scissors up, scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and ship the master of evil.
But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys.
If it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy ghost faces, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
that's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it will be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standings, you know. If there were a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try and run away.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial.
You're right. I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way towards the opening. Step after step towards that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated that to myself. There was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator coming to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit here right in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin!
And I think that's a good place to end for tonight. I will attempt to stream when I'm feeling better, honestly. Who do I want to raid? That's the question. Let me just have a scroll through his online. Yeah, we haven't raided Army in a hot sec. Oh, thank you for the hydration check, I need it. If I could copy paste, that would be lovely. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll be streaming at 1 PM tomorrow, and we'll be doing some drunk Overwatch, I believe. So that's gonna be super fun. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with Kiko. We're gonna be raiding Army. Go send them some love, and I will catch you honeys next time. Bye bye.